Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I am new, used, and vintage, but you can call me Tay. And it is Saturday and I am back at the Goodwill bins per usual. I don't know about y'all, but I have to wear gloves, okay? But smelling dookie, pee, and the animal hair, I cannot willingly raw dog the bins. People be like, I gotta touch and feel the fabric. I can see and I can read, okay? So I read fabric content. Sometimes you can see when things are, made out of a quality fabric, but I can't. And I'm allergic to cats and dogs. So I have to be the glove girl, all right? But the bins it's too disgusting. And then regular dirt, no ma'am. But these are some gloves that I got from Dollar General. It's 50 gloves in here. I did not pay $8. It was one of them dot sales, so I think I got it for half the price, so $4. But yeah, so we about to go in here and I'm about to see what they got. I don't know, I don't have a goal, but I did sell something today, and that thing was this LL Bean backpack that I got here from the bins. I soaked the shit out of that bag, and I sold it on eBay. So I'm home doing my Medicube mask. This is the one that I bought. It's been on for a while, but I just had to do a little bit of self-care because I'm annoyed. So I'm driving home and I get this return on eBay, and it's for item not as described. And of course, as soon as they do item not subscribed in eBay, it's like an automatic, right? She said that the measurements didn't add up, the bust measurements. She measures the band of the garment. The bust is across the bra, which annoyed the shit out of me. And I literally sent her a message, and I'm like, FYI, measurement for the bust is across the chest, not the bottom of the band. All right? And most sports bras, the band is slightly narrower than the bust. So now, in my brain, I understand why people on eBay have like that picture of like where the measurements are, because of people like this lady. So, and then the other thing I don't get is the measurement was 18. She measured 17 and a half. The item stretches. Well, did you try it the fuck on? Excuse my French, but people like that just annoy the shit out of me. All right, so I don't know what this video is going to be about. Make sure you do your self-care, okay? Okay, welcome back to another thrift haul. I went to the Goodwill outlet bins. I spent $16 and some change, and we're gonna see what we got this week. So this bag is one of them. I picked it up because it looked nice. It felt, it didn't really feel like, the person used it a lot. And it said Fahrenheit. It just looked good quality. It kind of reminded me of the Weekend bag. So I'm going to do some Google Schmoogles. I did a brief one, and it said that it was like from Christian Dior, Fahrenheit. I guess they have a fragrance for men, but I'm not 100% sure. But I will put the details on the screen once I do my research. All right, so the first item is this Roots Athlete from Canada, I think that's what it's called. I've heard about this, so I picked it up. Now, I bought these for my niece, but there's some Forever 21, and they're like flare legs, so I'm gonna give that to her. I picked up this Chico's top. It's in their bigger size. I picked it up because it had like this texture to it. If it's one thing that I'm always going to pick up, it's Pack. I don't care how basic it is. Well, I think it's a basic brand, but I don't care how basic it is. I'm going to pick it up. Next thing I picked up was these J. Crew trousers. Cameron. So I picked those up. I found another Daydreamer. This is short sleeve, since I did so well with the Queen of Hearts. This is just a basic Torrid athletic top. Tiny, I've heard of this. So I'm gonna try it out. I picked up this Adidas crop sweatshirt. This is Christian Siriano, New York. So I picked that up. This is, I have a Dolan shirt that's in my closet now that's been sitting there for like a year, but this was tie-dye, long sleeves, and it's like a maxi dress. So I picked this up. Same thing, STR. ASTR. I don't know, I keep on picking this up, but I have one in my closet that's just been sitting. Oh, I picked up these. Now, Joe jeans don't do that well. They are retail quite expensive, but since these were maternity, I said I will try it. I picked this up for me because I'm going on a trip to Thailand. So it's just this Old Navy. It got like the cutout, and it's a long dress. So I picked that up for me. Bonobos is another one that I'm always gonna pick up. And men. And then last but not least, these Callaway golfing shorts. So we're gonna count the items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I did not count my 2 items that I'm not selling. So that's like a little bit over $1 and some change cost per goods. And let's see how I do for the week. Remember, at the end of the week, I take my gross pay, well, my net pay after platform fees. I take that net pay, I deduct my cost of goods, and then that will be what I made for the week. Just to recap last week I ended up taking home $206. So let's see if this week will be a better week. Good morning. So I have another open case. Oh my God. Now I have to go all through all my listings and make sure everything is clear and precise. So I got an open case on this Mark. It's a faux leather jacket, but I listed it as a leather jacket. But I also did provide the fabric content. So this case was open in Poshmark, and I said in my response, I understand that in the title it says leather, but I did provide the fabric content in the photos. At this point, it's whatever Poshmark decides. I also have another case open, not because anything of my own doing, but it was for this Longchamp mini bag, and the girl said USPS delivered it, but it wasn't there. Again, I don't work for USPS. I mailed it. Obviously, there's a track record that it was mailed. If you didn't get anything, either someone in your complex stole it or you're lying. But I'm having an awesome week. I posted a few things yesterday. I'm in my bathroom So there's some stuff up drying, and that's how my week has started, with a bunch of returns. But happy Monday. Okay, so I went thrifting today. I only went to one store because one, my back hurts, and two, I gotta wash this hair. But let me show y'all what I found. Okay, so it was half off day at Second Ave because of Veterans Day. So first, I picked up this Faraday. Can I see it? Faraday cardigan. Okay. I usually don't pick up stuff that's dirty, but I think I can get it out. And I bought this Sweaty Betty hoodie thing. So I'm about to stain treat that. I also picked up this ICHI. It looks promising. I usually don't pick up Madewell, but I picked it up for two reasons. One, the hygiene thing is still intact. It's black. I don't know the fabric content. Oh, it's new with tags, and it's extra large. I picked up this Spanx tummy control top where your boobs is out. I don't know. Oh, this is a 2X. I might keep this. Oh, it might not be small enough. Also bought this Brooks sports bra. It kind of looks like the She-Fit with the Velcro. And then last but not least, this Talbot's bag. It's so cute. And that's the thrift haul. I spent $24.67. I had, yeah, and then I had an extra 10% off. So I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, seven items. So I'm about to pre-treat the Sweaty Betty thing and post all this on the content. Post all this stuff online. I'm also trying up ThredUp's thing where you can post stuff to their site on your own. I forget what the program is, but it's in beta. So I'm going to try that out and see how that works for me. I only posted 5 items. They have a toggle to where either you want to cover shipping or you don't want to cover shipping. So anything that I'm posting $10 or less, the person has to pay for shipping. I'm not paying for shipping. And if it's I don't know. I'm either posting stuff that's $10 or less, or like 24 and up. I don't know. It's in beta. I'm testing it out. Okay. I'm trying to work out the science of it, but and I'm also about to prepare a box to be sent to ThredUp before the month is out. Oh, I meant to go to Walmart and buy a box. I'll do that later. I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to go out again. But did I sell anything? Yes, I sold the Untuck It that I got last week. And that was it. So, again, I'll see y'all on Friday to do the recap. Learn from my mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes last week. Pay attention to what you're posting. And, yeah, learn from my mistakes. So I'm going to cut this video short early this week. Today is Friday. It was not a very eventful week of sales. I had 3 sales with a profit of $86. I think I spent $16 this week on inventory, so that's $67 gross. Things that I took away from the mistakes that I've made. 1, make sure you add every little detail. Okay, even if you take a picture of it, put it in the description box. So if you take a picture of the fabric content, put it in the description box. Make sure your title is correct. I think I'm also going to do, like, if I use the title from the brand itself, I'm going to specify that in my description box. Also, I started implementing how I do my measurements. So even though I do add measurements, I put in the photos how I measure, and then in the description box, I put that there's a diagram in the photos explaining how I came across these measurements. I also include if the item has stretch, so that'll also let them know that, you know, even though this is what I got, you may get something different. Even though the returns that I received this week, I feel like it wasn't my fault 100%. Like, the customer needed to take accountability for their own actions, but whatever. Just like in corporate, you cover your own ass, all right? And what's coming up for me? I'm sending a box to ThredUp. Where's the paper? Oh. I'm sending a box to ThredUp. This is my manifest. It has 34 items on it, and their boxes right now are not $7.99, it's $7.49. So I'm sending this off. This is all, even though I like all the stuff on here, some of it is undesirable. So I send my undesirable stuff to ThredUp at the end of the year to try to make something, okay? I send 34 items. I'll be happy to make $34. All right. And what else am I doing? I also am posting on ThredUp. I need to start adding that. And these are my sales for this week. So I told you about the LL Beam earlier in the week. I sold these Cameron J. Crew pants that I got this week, and as soon as I posted it, the next day they sold. And then the last thing was the Untucked shirt. That's the only sales that I made. One of them was on Poshmark. The other two was on eBay. And that was my week. Until next week, I see you guys. Peace out.